Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Real Estate SEO. My name is Josh Guerra, and today we're going to be talking about something that really does move the needle when it comes to SEO, but also really help a lot of buyers and sellers, make a decision if they should work with you or not. And that is reputation management and getting reviews where it matters most. In many cases, on your Google My Business page. So in this video, I'm going to talk about different tactics that you can utilize in order to get more reviews and monitor reviews, and then really just set you guys up for success. So the very first thing you need to implement in your business, especially when you're working with clients, is really planting the seed and setting expectations. I know a lot of you don't do this, and it's very easy to do. It's not intrusive, and honestly, it's the right thing to do, right? You want to be able to service clients, and you want to be able to service other customers, and you want to be able to let your current customer know, or your prospective customer know that, hey, look, this is part of my process. At the very end of the transaction, I'm going to ask you for something super simple. I'm going to ask you for a review, and it'll take you 5 minutes, but that's part of my process. And make sure that you notify them, put it in documentation, put it as maybe the last page in your PowerPoint presentations, or simply as you guys shake hands, let them know this is going to be the final step, but I want you guys to make sure that you're aware that I would love to get a review from you, if I gave you wonderful service. And that's it, make it part of your process. Really what I would do, it's also another simple one, is add a link, on your website to get to drop a review on your Google My Business page. It sounds crazy, but, sometimes finding you online, especially when you're just starting out with SEO, can be kind of hard to do. So having a link from your website to exactly where you got to go to give a review may be a good idea, right? Having somewhere on the page, maybe it's under the contact us page, just putting a link on there that will take them directly to it, or putting it in your email signature, or just having a direct link ready. So when somebody is ready to give you a review, you can text it to them. You could put it in an email real quickly, and at least you're getting them directly to where they need to go. I'll tell you right now, this is a very simple error that a lot of novices make when they're just starting out with doing and trying to get reviews online, is that a lot of times they don't make it easy for someone to find where to give you a review, because not everybody knows where to go on Google to submit a review for a local business. They just don't. And then sometimes they have a hard time finding you. So just make it easy, and then create another process. Create another process, touch points. After the transaction, what touch points, how many touch points are you going to make to get this person to give you a review? Hound them. Don't feel bad about it. You're trying to spread the good word. You provided excellent service. You got them the house they've always wanted, or you've helped them exit and sell the asset that they've owned for years, right? You did your job. And you want to let everybody else know on the web how good you did. So don't feel bad about kind of hounding people. I mean, I know everyone gets busy, and I know once the transaction's done, they're typically don't want anything to do with you. I mean, hate to say it like that, but you still want to be able to keep touching them until they give you a review on the web. And maybe those touch points could be something like email, text, then a phone call, then another phone call. But have a regimen in place that you stay strict to until you actually get that review online, and stay true to it. That's the only way you're going to get reviews, is if you ask for them. I hate to say it like that, but it's true. Also, too, there are some other things you can do to get reviews. They don't have to be a client per se. They can actually be another type of business that is in the arena or in proximity to the arena of real estate. So the first one that's actually in real estate would be like another agent that was either on the other end of the deal or that co-listed with you. Maybe you have a few of those that you've dealt with in the past that you can actually reach out to and say, would you mind giving me a review? It's fair game. And people actually read that. People will see that other agents compliment you, and that's a wonderful thing. You shouldn't be ashamed or shouldn't hide that from your clients, I think it's awesome. And, another one you could actually reach out to that's kind of in a neighboring, part of the industry is property managers, like long-term and short-term managers. Maybe you've sent them, some business in the past, and maybe you send them a lot of business and you're like, hey, look, would you guys mind giving me a review on my business page? This is also fair game that you network, and these are people that should be able to review, how you service your clientele or how you network in the industry. It's wonderful. Title companies, mortgage companies, fair game, 100%. Feel free to ask them. I would even sounds crazy, but I would even ask vendors. Yeah, I would ask vendors like interior designers. You've probably worked with a lot of interior designers in the past. Staging companies, cleaning companies, like carpet cleaners or like housekeeping companies. I would even ask, it sounds wild, but I would even ask down to the junk removal companies. Ask people that you've networked with in this space and get them to give you a review. There's nothing wrong with it. Just go out and do it. There's so many places that you can get reviews from. And I'm really hoping that this is kind of getting the wheel turning a little bit. Especially in this space, there's really so many ways you can go about this. And then for some of you that are top performers, right, that are just killing it, you probably want to be sensitive to your reviews online. So if you're just crushing it, if you're doing a lot of transactions and you deal with a lot of people and you have a lot of reviews already, you want to maintain that 4.5 to 5-star reviews, right? You want to maintain that status. So I would even consider, if you're on that level, getting some sort of reputation management software. On our website, there are a ton of different examples of those. I put a few links to some example companies that are out there that you can utilize. So if you want to, kind of check some of these out, feel free to visit our website, and they link directly to some of these different companies on the web. And if you're not on that level, what I would do is create another regimen. Make it either make it bi-monthly or quarterly, that you go in there and you do two things. You monitor reviews for negative reviews. And if you get a negative review, call that person and ask them, is there anything I can do to turn that frown upside down? What can I do for you to be able to make my level of service satisfactory to where you could potentially reverse that review online? Because I care about my business and I want to make sure it's reciprocated equally between us. The next thing I want you to do is respond to reviews. Respond to almost every review. There's no reason you shouldn't. Just a simple, hey, thank you. It was a pleasure working with you and your family. I'm so happy that we could find your first home, and I'm honored to be able to deliver that for you. That type of stuff goes a long way. And people see that and they're like, wow, he responded, or he or she responded to this review. And wow, I just can't believe that they took the time to do that. And that goes a long way. And just, again, these reviews not only help with your SEO, but they are going to influence your conversion rates, because people might get to your website and they might be on the fence about you, but the moment they look at your reviews, it's going to influence them to fill out that contact form and proceed forward with your services. So anyways, hopefully you found this video helpful. And if you have any other questions, or if you want to know more about real estate SEO, please visit our website at realestateseo.com. And until next time, we'll see you later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.